Hey, what is up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you why exactly I trade puts. There's a lot of good useful content on YouTube, but I think there are some of them that they have no idea what they're talking about and they just do not share the right information. And I want to make sure I'll show you live what my account looking like and why I do it and how I do it, which is more importantly. So let's get started right here. So coming out of this one right here, guys, as you can see, this is my Robinhood account brokerage, and you know, looking at how crazy it was today, which is the 4th, where we had a lot of dips going on, but you can see overall, you know, I'm making a decent thing. Past month I made 1.8%. Now a lot of people can be sitting here and be like, 1.8% is not a lot, but if you really think about it, look at this. Like the 1.8%, if you look at the screen right here, right what it says, the 500, it's $543 in 1 month. So it's really not that bad. If you're looking to things, it's a good kind of passive income if you really think about it, because there's not a lot of passive or dividends that would pay you even quarter this. If you think about it, I mean, sure, there are dividends that will pay you 5% in a year, but this is way more than 5%, and that's what makes it really lucrative. I mean, when you talk about the statistics side of it, it gives you more advantage than actually buying a call. I'm sorry, I'm just distracted here trying to get my calculator ready so we can do some math here. And this is all basic math, guys. Like it's not a big deal. Like think about it this way: if you get 1.8 per month, you times this by, obviously it's going to fluctuate every once in a while. You're right, you know what I mean? So you're getting about 21.6%, 21.6% year in 1 year. Okay, so that's insane. I mean, you look at the average stock incline, like the increase of the stock on a yearly basis should be between 5 to 6% max. Now obviously you're gonna have rough years, but as we're going to this pandemic, there's other ways you can make money. You can times that by the, you know, the 30,000, because I'm not going to be pulling out of money out of this one. I'm just going to let it compound. And 6,654. Now this is a little bit inaccurate because it doesn't really include the compounded interest behind this, meaning like every, you know, the $500 that you're putting into every month, obviously it's going to increase and accelerate your gains. It's going to make it increase every month as well. But you guys get the idea here, is that it's very lucrative business if you know what you're doing. You're doing your due diligence, you're doing your research, and making sure you're not gambling. You're not just picking a random stock that you think is gonna just go, or a cheap stock. And that's what is very important. I wanted to cover with you guys. The concept here, let me show you what exactly I would do. You can see here, these are different stocks right now that I have options on. And you can see right here, you got your cake, which is Cheesecake Factory. I think it's gonna continue on going up. And then you have Upwork. And then you have another cake. I'm a big fan of cake. I get the $20, I get the $25. You can see right now the contract is like 0.01%. I'm sorry, cent. So let me just, before I jump in there, but let's just say, you know, let's just say cake for the sake of it, because I already have it in there. So you can see the total dollar value right now is $31.2. So obviously it's a lot more than what I have it in puts wise, but just let me explain to you what exactly I'm doing, what I'm looking at. I read in regards to the financial, you know, the fundamental analysis. I did the technical analysis, and overall right now as a company, I mean, I've went in my Roth IRA when it was like $20, so I'm definitely making money off of it. But right now for puts wise, I think it'll continue on growing. I see last month it grew by 27%. Weekly it's been growing by 2%, even with the crazy chaos today. It didn't really impact it that much. It's still overall week is a positive thing. So if you take here, if you go right here, it says like where the trade cake options. And by the way, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not certified to give you any advices, and this is just for educational purposes only. Make sure you do your own research and make sure, you know, you before you put your money, you know what the risks are. Again, I'm just showing you what I do and how I make my money. And yes, sometimes I do lose money as well. You can always lose money with options. You can lose a lot of money if you don't know what you're doing. So make sure you do a lot of research before you get into this, okay? So if I'm clicking on here, I'm looking at the sell to put option. There's buy to call, buy to put, sell to put, sell to call. I'm not gonna get into all of these. No, just sell to put means pretty much you are going to take, for example, let's say I look at here and I'm like, oh, okay, well, you know what? This is a really bad example because it's not really offering that much, only 18 cents. But let's say, you know that the stock is going to continue on growing because based on your research you've done, right now it's $31. So this one is pretty much, you got the $25 contract, meaning like, hey, I am willing to put collateral. Collateral means like the money you put aside just in case if it does indeed hit $25 per share, you're actually going to be buying it. So if I believe that, so if I believe it's not going to hit the $25, I'm just going to add the contract here. Now you could see that the total credit is 15 cents per each share. Now look at this. Each contract has 100 shares. Okay, so when I put 1, that means I'm willing to buy 100 if it hits $25 a share. Okay, if it hits down $25, I will automatically buy 100 at that price. So look at this. This is the price. The list price is between 15 and 20. Robinhood normally does a good job recommending what you should put in. So look at this. So now you see it went from 0.15 went from 15 cents per share down to $15 minimum credit. So what does that mean and where's that coming from? Well, that's a great question. So if remember when we said that there's 100 shares per each contract, so if you 100 times 0.15, that's your $15. Okay, so what does that mean? That means this. There's expiration date September 18. I am putting money collateral wise, which is going to be $2,500, right? Why? How would I know that? $25 times 100 share is equal to $2,500, right? So if I would choose on this one, this is your collateral, meaning this is the money you're going to be putting aside. You're going to be put on hold till it's September 18th when the contract expires, and in return you get $15 instantly. Obviously when the market opens, which is going to be on Monday because today is Friday, the time I'm making this video. So you can get that $15 back credit if you put that deal. Now, why would you put that deal? So if indeed the stock is at $31, it's going to take a big big impact for it to go down to $25. But let's say if it doesn't go, let's say it goes 25.5, or let's say 26, 27, nothing $25 or below, you keep the $15 credit. You already got that once you made the contract, but you wouldn't buy anything. You get back your $2,500 back. Okay, that's how you make your money. Now, what could happen wrong? What could go wrong? Well, a couple of things. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, Cheesecake Factory declares bankruptcy. Obviously, the stock market price is going to go down way significantly than what it is in $31. Okay, so what's going to happen is this: as you have that $31, you get the $25. So what's gonna happen is this: you can risk buying it at 25 and going all the way down to like $15, and you would lose $10. If you don't know how to close a contract, you lose $10. So now you've lost $10 times 100 shares. You've lost $1,000. Okay. Now, another thing can happen. Let's say if not just bankruptcy, it's just people are just selling it because they're panicking, whatever. The corona is still killing us and all that stuff. You're gonna have to buy at $25. So even if it goes down to 20, you're still gonna be stuck with that $25. Now, remember when I said in the beginning of the video, that's why you don't choose a stock to gamble with. You do your research, because anytime you do this, you want to make sure you are picking a stock that you're okay on holding long term. That's extremely important, guys. And one of the techniques people do, they do puts on dividend paying stocks. So if they indeed get stuck with it, what happened is that they're at least getting paid dividend, even though if it's not going back to the price that you originally bought it for. So that's one of the techniques. There's a lot of techniques out there when it comes down to puts or options. There's so much, but these are the fundamental understanding of why selling puts can make you money, can also make you lose money. And that's in everything though, right? Like, because with the options wise, even with stocks, if you're winning, somebody else is losing. If somebody's winning, you're losing. So it's never going to be win-win for everybody. Okay, so it's all about understanding the risk, determining the risk, managing your own risk. This is what it only goes down to. That's how you make your money. You have to be consistent. Now, sure, have I lost money? Yes, today. Just give you an example. On what are we at? On September 4th. On September 4th, I have lost about $30 because I bought this sell puts like a month ago on Chevron, and it just went down, and I would end up getting stuck with the stock. So I did a lot more research. I didn't feel comfortable as I was about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. So I ended up closing my contract and I lost $24. But overall, am I making money or losing money? I showed you already my gains per month. So yes, you can make good money. Yes, you can lose a lot of money. Just do your research. But this is one of the ways that I make some sort of a passive income on a weekly basis. Sometimes it's monthly, mainly monthly, but mainly I try to do it weekly or 2 weeks. There's people out there that they use volatile stocks in a weekly basis to try to have enough volume, so that way, like, look at this. If I click here on the expiration date, you see how it's very limited for cake. But like, look at this craziness. If I go down to QQQ, which is a lot more expensive, and I do just straight options, watch how many dates it's flexible. Why? Because the volume is a lot better. It's a lot more. There's a lot more traffic for QQQ, and therefore there's a lot more expiration options. So you gotta weigh your options. You gotta see what's out there. This is almost 10 times the amount of what cake is. So obviously, if you would want to trade that, yeah, even though the money looks like it's great compared to cake, keep in mind you're gonna have a lot more collateral. So let's just say it was to be on the 18th, like cake was, and I did it at 90%. So this is the chance of profit, and I could get into this, but that should be in another video because there's a lot. You can see if I would choose this 250, meaning like I would buy QQQ if it goes down to 250. And I want to take this contract, continue. Now look, one contract will gain me $124. That's a lot more than $15, right? But look at this. The collateral on this is $25,000. It's not $2,500. It's exactly 10 times the amount of what cake is all about, like what the current price if you want to get it. So it tells me like I need $13,000 more. And I know I have like 30,000 or 31,000 almost. I wouldn't put it into one. I always like to diversify, even though I know you guys saw my account is old cake, but it's been working very well for me, and I can't really complain about that. I mean, it's been treating me very well, and I mean, if we go here, how much cake is earned me? Yeah, like, I mean, I have about 500 contracts here, with this being one, because I bought it when it was a lot lower. I think I bought this one about a month ago or something like that. I bought 2 of them and I got like 3 that 2 weeks ago, and that's why this is worth more than this. Plus the puts on this one was 20, which is, honestly speaking, that's almost, you don't know in the stock market, but it's almost impossible. Look at this, like it's 99.13% probability that this is not going to happen. There's only like 2 contracts left. By the way, these little triggers means like there's only 3 left to buy. That doesn't mean you just go ahead and buy them because everybody else is buying. You got to do your own research. Please do your own research, okay? So if you guys feel this was helpful and learned some benefits in regards to this, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would really appreciate this, guys. If you want me to talk more about options and stuff and show you around how I make more money and all that stuff with deeper strategies and different ideas and what options is all about, please let me know in the comments below, and let me know if you're the call guy or the put side guy. So just let me know, and I'll take care, guys, and have a nice day. I'll see you guys later.